Okay, so like I said previously, I'm gonna jump into some flooring, see how that goes. So I've got everything pulled off the back wall, kind of out of the way for now. Unfortunately, it's not just gonna be laying flooring. I still have a lot of uneven spots and little nail heads, so stuff like I've been scraping, like stuff like this. I'll try to get as much of this stuff off. Not so bad under the cabinets where it would never be seen, but try to make this, laminate floor. The flooring I'm putting down is vinyl tile. It looks like stone, but it's vinyl. It's very, very thin, so I gotta try to make this as smooth as possible. Otherwise, it could ghost through, or you'll probably be able to see it through over time. So I gotta do a little bit of scraping, a little bit of sweeping, and then I'm gonna start laying this floor down. My floor is over here. It is this stuff here. Vinyl flooring tiles. Quite nice, I liked it. I put it in my bathroom. I bought it when it was on sale. It wasn't exactly cheap, but it's a little bit dusty, but it's good stuff. It's very easy to install. It's not like the old laminate, like you had to. I call it laminate because it's a uni-click system, but it's actually solid vinyl. It's very, very, very thin. It has like a little. There's no real underlay with this stuff, but the instructions clearly state that there's no underlay required, because the whole point is to have this move as little as possible. So I think I'm gonna start down here. And that's pretty much what it's going to look like. I mean, it doesn't look like much of anything now, but it's just against the old floor. But maybe under a white cabinet, and since my gap is so massive there, I'll be able to slide it under. So that's kind of what the flooring is going to look like. I think it'll look good against the. White cabinets. I hope so. So this is the flooring. I'm gonna get going on that. Very easy to install, like I was saying. You don't have to make long rows and then squeeze them in. You can literally do one at a time, put it down, and then just tap the edge with a mallet. For cutting this, you literally take a straight edge and you take a utility knife and you score and snap. So it's a score and snap, very easy. The only thing that you need is a straight edge like this, or even a scrap piece of wall rail and a good sharp utility knife, and you're good to go. So for this morning now, I'm going to do a little bit of scraping. I think I'm going to start on this back wall. That's my longest wall, and I think I'll assemble the pieces and I'll be able to slide them underneath that fridge box, if you want to call it that. So I'm going to try that. Obviously I'm not taking these pantries out, so the flooring is not going to go all the way back to the wall. I'm going to make it at least go to the legs, if not a little bit further. And said this will all be boxed in, and there'll be toe kick, so you'll never know the difference. I've already got food in here now, so I do not want to take these down. I will start back here. Start on the flooring, uni-click, vinyl plank. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so about an hour or so later, we're doing some flooring. And it's going fairly well. This, like I said, this uni-click stuff. It's just a dream to lay down, and that's probably the toughest part there, getting under there, and then so it's going well. I don't know if I'll get it all done today because I got errands to run and stuff, but so far we got this. Quite happy. I think now I'm going to pick up the cupboards, put them back in place, put the stove back, put the fridge back, and then I'll have a nice clear opening to finish up. So that's the floor. That's what it's going to look like. I think it looks good against the white. Yeah. All right. Okay. Continuing with the laminate floor. Yesterday The hardest part was doing underneath the cupboards and that. I had taken everything down, had to slide all the stuff under there. So today should be pretty easy. I'm just going to go along with full pieces here. Of course, when we get down here, we'll have to tick up that little quarter round. Actually, it's not round, it's square, shoe mold, whatever you want to call it. Once we get there, we'll cut that. We'll probably have to undercut the door frames. I don't know how I'm going to be able to lay the since I'm coming this way. Normally, if you undercut the door frames, you put your piece in this way. So since I'm coming this way now, I don't know if I'll be able to. I might just have to remove those little blocks. Sorry, I might have to remove these little blocks to lay the piece down, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And of course, this wall here is on an angle, so I'll have a little bit longer angled cuts. But I got a good utility knife, and this stuff is very easy to slice. So I'm just going to show you how I put these down. Standard stuff, but it's actually such a good product that I'm actually going to try. I'm just going to try to do one just even with one hand because I'm holding my camera. You literally lay this in the groove. I'm just gonna. The hardest part is not the flooring, it's the filming. And you bring it up to the edge, then you just simply drop it down. And then once it's dropped down like this, you just gotta click it. And then all you gotta do is run your hand across. And like over here, you can't even tell there's a seam because it's smooth. Over here, I still feel a little ridge, which means I gotta tap this one a little bit more. Let's try that again. Snap, 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 snap. It's absolute perfection. Can't even tell there's a seam. So hopefully, I can't even see the seam. I think it's somewhere around here. But like I said, this floor is quite uneven because the house is so old. And you can tell, especially when you go off of the walls, it kind of goes down like this. Like you can see how crooked the fridge is. But I said I'm just going to live with it. I just hope that this flooring is good enough that with all these long swoops and dips and valleys that the joints will stay together. But I'm going to try to live with it. Like I said, all the appliances and everything come with adjustable legs, so the boxes and cupboards are level. The fridge was going to have to be. Once I get my new fridge, I'll just have to tilt it up so that's level, because right now it's leaning. You can see it's leaning there. Good. But anyway, that can be adjusted through the legs. Going to carry on with the flooring. Vinyl plank, laminate floor. I can't wait till it's all down. I think it's going to look good. And I hate when floors are at separate heights and stuff, but I really wanted this product here in the kitchen area. I could have refinished that wood, but I went along with this, and so I'm just going to have to put a little piece of something. This is very, very thin. I don't know what the millimeter rating is. I should look at the box, but it's really, gosh, I don't know what it is. But so I'll just have to put a little strip of something here that angles down, but it's not going to be a tripping hazard or anything, because like I said, it is literally very, very thin, very hard. No wood, no sawdust, nothing in this. 100% waterproof, even approved for bathrooms. I've got this in my bathroom, in fact, my new bathroom. I got the toilet sitting on here. I got this where the shower is. Well, outside the shower, but it's held up pretty good. So, all right, carrying on with the laminate floor. I'll show a little progress a little bit later on. Hi, Willow. Hi. Hello. Excuse me, Willow. Excuse me. Okay, well, here we have the finished product. So this is my vinyl plank floor, fully installed in my kitchen. This stuff is water resistant, waterproof, extremely thin, like I mentioned. Very easy to install, no underlay required. You simply need, all you need is a straight edge and a utility knife, and it all clicks in together. A couple of angled cuts here, a little bit. My cuts obviously aren't perfect, but the quarter round or the piece of trim will be going back down there. There's a little tiny gap left, maybe a little bit left than what they recommend, but I've got a larger one on that end. There I went as far as I could, sort of under the cabinets. Everything is going to be hidden. So this flooring is very good. Now it's important when you lay this floor that you take pieces from random boxes, so you get a real random pattern. Overall I like it. I've got a couple of areas that I'm not that crazy about. Like over here, for example, I got a few pieces that this is a more heavier pattern or more textured, and these happen to be clustered a little bit more. And then over here I've got a few strips that are a lot paler. I'm not sure if it really shows up in the camera, but in real life you can see it. It's pale, pale, pale. Then I got a heavier cluster there. So I got this cluster, and then it's kind of pale all around. But there is going to be the island that's going to be right here, so that's really going to break this up. And really the only person that's ever going to know is me, because once the island's here, then you see everything else kind of has a nice, looks like stone, looks like slate or whatever you want to call it. It kind of meanders this way, the grain. So it looks really good. Like I said, very easy to install. This is the finished product. Vinyl plank flooring. My channel is called House on Pleasant Street, and I've been doing chronicling my renovation of my kitchen. I've done lots of renovations in the past and lots of automotive work and stuff, but I've just recently started filming. So House on Pleasant Street, if you feel free to subscribe, leave a comment. I'm just getting started. I've only got a handful of viewers, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. Okay, that's all.